Imagine scrolling through your favorite K-drama list and realizing that some of the biggest hits, from Itaewon Class to Sweet Home, all began as digital comics. But these aren't your typical comics. They're Korean webtoons, and they're reshaping global entertainment. With their unique style, mobile-first approach, and crossover appeal, K-Webtoons are capturing millions worldwide. But how did this digital art form go from local screens to international fame? Let's dive into the phenomenon sweeping across screens everywhere: K-Webtoons. Korean webtoons began as a local phenomenon in the early 2000s, when internet cafes were booming and smartphones were just starting to gain traction. Unlike traditional comics, webtoons were designed to be read vertically on mobile devices, fitting perfectly into the fast-paced lifestyle of Korean readers. Pioneers like Naver and Kakao saw this potential and launched dedicated platforms, creating an entirely new ecosystem for digital comics. With easy access on smartphones, affordable pricing, and stories that catered to a wide range of interests, webtoons quickly became a part of daily life in South Korea. Over the years, they've evolved beyond simple digital comics, transforming into an essential part of Korean pop culture. This unique medium was ready to go global, and with the rise of K-dramas and streaming platforms, it did just that. So, what sets Korean webtoons apart from traditional comics? First, there's the format. Unlike printed comics with fixed pages, webtoons are designed for vertical scrolling, making them perfect for reading on a smartphone. This format creates a seamless, immersive experience, where readers just keep scrolling without interruptions. Another unique feature is the diversity of genres. From romance and comedy to horror and fantasy, webtoons cater to every taste. Early titles broke away from the typical superhero themes in Western comics, offering fresh, relatable stories that resonated with younger audiences. Webtoons also allow for longer, episodic storytelling, which keeps readers coming back for new chapters, just like binge-watching a series. The art style also stands out. Webtoons often use vibrant colors and cinematic layouts, which give them a visually distinct, almost animated quality. This visual appeal is a big draw, especially for digital native readers. Plus, webtoons encourage reader interaction. Platforms let fans leave comments, rate episodes, and engage with creators directly, building a sense of community around each series. This engagement is rare in traditional comics, making webtoons feel modern and personal. Finally, webtoons are accessible. Platforms like Naver Webtoon and Kakao offer thousands of titles for free, with options for readers to support creators or access premium episodes. This accessibility has made webtoons a cultural staple in Korea and helped them reach readers worldwide. Korean webtoons didn't just stay local. They quickly gained an international fan base. With platforms like Webtoon launching global versions in multiple languages, webtoons became accessible to readers worldwide. What started as a uniquely Korean medium soon spread to the US, Europe, and beyond. One major factor behind this global success is the relatability and freshness of webtoon stories. Unlike traditional comics, webtoons explore themes and stories that connect with modern audiences, covering everything from high school romances to thrilling dystopias. The accessibility of webtoons, often free to read with optional paid perks, allows readers to dive into stories without barriers. Today, webtoons are more than just digital comics. They're a cultural bridge, connecting Korean creators with fans across continents. As webtoon platforms continue to expand, they're also inspiring creators globally, creating a new, diverse comic landscape that's inclusive and accessible. One of the biggest reasons for the explosive popularity of webtoons is their crossover into K-dramas and other media. Titles like Itaewon Class, Sweet Home, and True Beauty started as webtoons before becoming hit dramas, introducing these stories to even wider audiences. The transition from webtoon to screen is more than just an adaptation. It's a way for these stories to reach fans who might not typically read digital comics. These adaptations often stay true to the original storyline and characters, capturing the essence of the webtoon while adding cinematic effects and live-action performances. This cross-media appeal not only broadens the audience but also brings webtoon stories into mainstream pop culture. This trend has also inspired global streaming giants like Netflix to collaborate with Korean production studios, ensuring that webtoon-based dramas reach audiences worldwide. By crossing into film, TV, and even animation, webtoons are no longer confined to digital screens. They're evolving into a multimedia phenomenon, connecting with fans on multiple levels. Certain webtoons have become iconic, setting the standard for storytelling and creativity in the industry. Titles like Tower of God, Noblesse, and The God of High School are known for their expansive worlds and complex characters, earning dedicated fan bases worldwide. These stories didn't just make waves in Korea, they became hits internationally, with many adapted into animated series that reached even more fans. Beyond the titles themselves, there are influential creators who have shaped the webtoon industry. Artists like SIU, who created Tower of God, and Jae-ho Sun and Kwang-soo Lee, the minds behind Noblesse, brought unique storytelling styles that pushed the boundaries of digital comics. Many of these creators actively engage with their fan base through social media and platform comments, fostering a direct connection that deepens audience loyalty and keeps fans invested in the story. Another key element is the cultural themes embedded within these webtoons. Many titles address social issues, relationships, or personal growth, adding layers that resonate both locally and globally. These themes give webtoons a relatable edge, drawing readers who appreciate stories with depth and relevance. These key titles and creators are more than just popular names. They're the driving force behind the webtoon phenomenon, influencing both fans and aspiring artists around the world. With every new story, they continue to push the genre forward, ensuring webtoons remain fresh and relevant. Webtoons have become more than just stories. They're a cultural movement that's resonated with readers worldwide. By tapping into relatable themes like friendship, romance, and personal growth, webtoons reach readers across different cultures, making them feel connected to Korean stories in a unique way. This cultural connection is a big part of what makes webtoons so powerful as a global phenomenon. Another fascinating aspect of webtoons is how they foster fan engagement. Unlike traditional comics, webtoons often have a direct line of communication between creators and fans. Platforms allow readers to leave comments on individual episodes, giving feedback and connecting with other fans in real time. This interaction builds a sense of community around each story, with readers eagerly sharing theories, reactions, and even fan art. Fan culture extends beyond the webtoon platforms, as many fans create their own webtoon-inspired content, whether through fan art, video edits, or even their own stories. This fan-generated content adds layers to the webtoon ecosystem, keeping the fan base actively engaged and invested in the world of webtoons. Internationally, fan-driven events like conventions and virtual meetups have allowed fans to celebrate their favorite stories on a global scale. These gatherings, both online and in person, reflect how webtoons have grown into a shared cultural experience that transcends borders and brings readers together. Despite the global success of webtoons, the industry faces its share of challenges and criticism. One ongoing issue is the concern about oversaturation. With thousands of new titles released regularly, it's tough for creators to stand out, and readers sometimes feel overwhelmed by the sheer volume of content available. Another point of criticism is related to representation and recurring tropes. Some readers have raised concerns that certain themes, like stereotypical character roles or predictable romance plots, appear too frequently, making some stories feel formulaic. While there are webtoons breaking the mold, this pattern has led some fans to seek more variety and originality in storytelling. Additionally, creators often face pressures related to deadlines and financial stability. Many webtoon artists work on tight schedules to produce regular episodes, which can impact the quality of their work and lead to burnout. As the demand for new content grows, these challenges within the industry raise questions about creator well-being and sustainability. These challenges don't overshadow the success of webtoons, but they do highlight areas where the industry can evolve to meet the needs of both creators and readers. Addressing these issues could strengthen the industry and ensure webtoons continue to thrive globally. As webtoons continue to grow globally, the future looks promising and full of innovation. One emerging trend is the incorporation of new technology, such as VR, virtual reality, and AR, augmented reality, which could make reading webtoons a more immersive experience. Imagine stepping into a webtoon world or interacting with characters as you read. This tech-driven storytelling could be the next big step for webtoons. There's also a push for more diverse stories and voices within the industry. As global audiences continue to connect with webtoons, there's an increasing demand for varied perspectives, whether in the form of unique genres, international collaborations, or stories that explore more inclusive themes. Additionally, the success of webtoons has caught the attention of major entertainment companies, so we might see even more webtoon adaptations, not just in Korea, but worldwide. This opens the door for cross-cultural collaborations, where creators from different backgrounds can bring fresh ideas to the webtoon format. In short, the future of Korean webtoons looks brighter than ever. As the industry continues to innovate, webtoons are set to become an even more significant part of global pop culture, offering fresh stories and experiences for readers everywhere. What do you think? Are webtoons the future of global entertainment? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the world of Asian pop culture.